Blackpink's Jennie releases ExtraL, a mixed reception. Jennie, the rapper, vocalist, and one of the most recognized members of K-pop sensation Blackpink, has long been a subject of intrigue for fans and critics alike. Known for her chic, confident persona and a string of successful solo projects, Jennie's musical evolution has captivated a global audience. Her latest release, ExtraL, which dropped in February 2025, was met with a wave of anticipation but also sparked mixed reactions. The track features Jennie's signature blend of sultry vocals and rap, but it doesn't shy away from taking risks in both sound and concept. Let's dive into the album's reception, exploring what worked, what didn't, and why it has elicited such divided opinions. A bold step in Jennie's solo career. ExtraL marks an important chapter in Jennie's solo career. Since her debut with Solo in 2018, she has been one of the few Blackpink members to consistently step into the solo spotlight. Her previous works have shown her potential as a solo artist, but ExtraL is seen as her most experimental release yet. The album opens with the title track, also called ExtraL, which fuses modern pop with electro-funk. From the first beat, it's clear that Jennie is striving for something different from her earlier works. The sound is far more eclectic, with heavier influences of electronic music and futuristic production. The track's experimental nature, along with the mysterious and slightly provocative lyrics, presents Jennie as a more complex and daring artist. This shift marks a departure from her more mainstream and accessible songs like Solo. Lyrically, ExtraL is also more introspective. Jennie reflects on her struggles with fame, personal identity, and the pressure of living up to expectations. The tone is moody, somewhat darker than her previous offerings. She challenges societal beauty standards and delves deeper into themes of self-empowerment. This combination of bold production choices and more personal storytelling is a clear indication that Jennie is ready to define her path outside of Blackpink. The mixed reception, a blend of praise and criticism. The positive side, innovation and authenticity. For fans who have followed Jennie's career, ExtraL feels like a natural evolution of her artistry. Many were excited by the risk-taking production and the new direction in her sound. The electro-funk vibe, while unconventional for a K-pop artist, gave the album an international flair that could appeal to a global audience. This experimental sound is something rarely seen in mainstream K-pop, where idols typically adhere to a more conventional pop formula. Jennie's willingness to break free from that mold has earned her praise from fans who admire her authenticity and desire to push boundaries. Moreover, the lyrics of ExtraL are being hailed as a more honest exploration of Jennie's inner thoughts and emotions. It's clear that she's not just singing for the sake of catchy hooks but is using music as an outlet for deeper self-expression. For many fans, this authenticity is one of the album's strongest points. They believe that Jennie's vulnerability on tracks like Delicate Lies and Under My Skin shows a side of her that is not often seen in the public eye, which has been a refreshing change from the perfectly curated image typically associated with K-pop idols. The criticisms, mixed execution and inconsistency. However, despite the innovation, not all aspects of ExtraL were well received. One of the most common criticisms is the album's inconsistent execution. While the album certainly experiments with a variety of genres and sounds, the transitions between tracks feel jarring to some listeners. For example, the smooth electronic beats of ExtraL might work in one moment, but the very next track, such as Heated Nights, shifts to a more minimalist rap-heavy structure. This inconsistency in tone and pacing left some fans feeling unsettled, unsure of what kind of direction the album was ultimately trying to take. Another point of contention is Jennie's vocal delivery. While she's always been praised for her smooth rap skills and sultry voice, ExtraL sees Jennie trying out new vocal techniques, including high notes and falsetto, which haven't been a consistent feature of her previous work. Some listeners appreciate her attempts to challenge herself, but others have criticized her for not fully committing to these new vocal styles. Certain tracks, like Ethereal, where Jennie's falsetto is more prominent, received mixed reviews because some felt the execution was underwhelming or strained. The criticism of overhyped expectations. Another factor that contributed to the mixed reception of ExtraL is the weight of expectation. Jennie, as part of Blackpink, is not only an idol but a global superstar. Fans and critics alike have held high expectations for her solo work, especially following the success of Blackpink's music in her previous solo debut. For some, the anticipation for ExtraL created an almost impossible standard to live up to, and the album's experimental nature didn't necessarily meet those expectations. Some critics argue that Jennie, despite her desire to explore new sounds, could have benefited from a more cohesive production style that better aligned with her established persona. They feel that the album lacks the mass appeal that some of her earlier hits boasted, which may have caused disappointment for those who expected a more commercially successful release. The role of Blackpink's legacy. It is also impossible to ignore the influence of Blackpink's success on Jennie's solo career. Blackpink's global reach, groundbreaking collaborations, and massive fanbase have played a role in how ExtraL is viewed. For some, Jennie's new release feels like a solo effort overshadowed by the juggernaut that is Blackpink as a group. While this has undoubtedly given Jennie a platform, it also comes with the pressure of living up to not just her own potential, but to the monumental success of her group. Despite these pressures, Jennie's ability to carve out her own path remains a testament to her artistry and determination. The album is undeniably an exploration of her artistic identity, one that defies the usual K-pop tropes. Even if ExtraL may not have garnered universal praise, it does provide a clear snapshot of where Jennie's solo career could go in the future. Conclusion: the future of Jennie as a solo artist. In the end, ExtraL is a bold, experimental release that represents Jennie's desire to grow and redefine herself beyond the group dynamic of Blackpink. The mixed reception reflects both the risks she took and the realities of an artist trying to balance mainstream appeal with personal expression. While some may have found the album's direction to be too far removed from what they expected, others appreciate its innovation and authenticity. Jennie's ExtraL may not be a flawless masterpiece, but it shows potential for her growth as a solo artist. The tracklist's contrasting styles may have caused some dissonance, but they also demonstrate that Jennie is not afraid to take risks. As she continues to evolve, ExtraL stands as an important marker in her journey, a statement of her willingness to take creative leaps, even if it means not everyone will be on board.